to night 42 of History Bedtime Stories. In bed in our pajamas, let's talk about the Soldiers and Sailors Monument here in Detroit. It's one of the oldest Civil War monuments in the entire country. When the Civil War ends in 1865, Michigan's governor, Governor Austin Blair, puts together a committee and sets them the goal of raising money to construct a monument. The committee spends 2 years raising $70,000, which was a mind-blowing sum for the time. That's about $1.4 million in today's money. And on July 4th of 1867, they laid the cornerstone at Grand Circus Park. You might, if you're a Detroiter, know that the Soldiers and Sailors Monument is not at Grand Circus Park. In fact, it moved in Grand Circus Park twice, once from the east side of the park to the middle of Woodward before it was ever built. Then it moves under special committee to the green open space in front of Old City Hall. And later in 2005, during restoration of Campus Martius, it's moved 125 feet over into its current position, where hopefully it'll stay. It was never built in Grand Circus Park, only built in front of Old City Hall, and then moved that 125 feet. But it was so hotly contested where it would go because this thing is massive and it comes with a lot of appeal. There was an open competition to decide who would design the monument, and an actual Michigander wins, a sculptor named Randolph Rogers, who was originally from Ann Arbor but studied in Florence, Italy. He wins the competition and creates all of the models that would eventually be cast in bronze in Rome. The bronzes are cast in Munich, Germany. The Rhode Island granite, which forms the base of the monument, as well as each of its octagonal tiers, are brought in, and the entire thing is constructed and put together in Detroit. Now, when you work your way up from the bottom of the monument, the first tier is American eagles, sort of their wings outstretched, their beaks facing upward. Above them are medallions of Civil War Union leaders. There's Abraham Lincoln, General Ulysses S. Grant, General William Tecumseh Sherman, and Admiral David Farragut. As you go up from there, you actually get to an addition. These four sculptures are added in 1881. They are figurative women and they're allegorical. They are representing victory, history, union, and emancipation. And there's been this story going around Detroit forever that emancipation was sculpted from the image of Sojourner Truth, the great Michigan abolitionist. But there's absolutely no historic record to prove that is true. These figures of victory are crowning down to four men. They're crowning them with laurel wreaths of victory. Those four men represent branches of the Army and Navy. Army, Navy, Infantry, Cavalry, and Artillery. Then as you go up at the very top, all 60 feet up, is an 11-foot tall Native American warrior queen. In her right hand, she holds a sword. In her left hand, she holds a shield, representing that she is ready for battle. She is on the defense for Detroit and for Michigan. 25,000 visitors come to the city to see the monument unveiled on April 9th, 1872. Of them, you've got some really pretty darn important guys. You've got General George Armstrong Custer. You've got Ambrose Burnside, Philip Sheridan, Thomas J. Wood, all piling into the city, plus 25,000 out-of-towners here to see the monument unveiled. Every tavern, every boarding house, every hotel was completely full. And in fact, most raised their rates and then would charge you a couple cents to sleep in the hallway or on the tavern floor because everything else was full. The monument honors the 90,000 Michiganders who marched off to war on behalf of the Union. It also honors the 14,823 who never returned home, giving the ultimate sacrifice to keep the Union together during the Civil War. The monument goes through some restoration in the 1980s, done by a local company in Farmington Hills. The restoration cost about $100,000 at the time. It's about $160,000 today. And it's at that point that the monuments moved that 125 feet to its current location on the southern part of Campus Martius. At the same time, a 5-foot granite base is added below the statue, making it now 65 feet tall. And that granite base features the water feature that we see today, the kind of fountain to the bottom. I really hope you are enjoying History Bedtime Stories. If you tag 2 friends down in the comments section below so that they can see what we're doing with History Bedtime Stories, we'll enter you into a contest and award some really snazzy City of Detroit flag pins. Wash your hands. We'll see you tomorrow night.